game we play on this platform you crave, chasing clicks and likes in the digital wave. With each upload, our stories unfold in a world where the truth is often sold.
Oh, screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes.
Friendships tested in the quest for fame. Content creators, most have no shame. With every collab there's trust at stake, but in this world some friendships break. Ooh, anything goes. Screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. Tales of truth, some of deceit. Chasing trends in a race we repeat. The pressure mounts as views decline in the search for truth. Where do we draw the line? Screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. Fabricating evidence just for the views. A double-edged sword in the news we choose. The line between real and fake is thin as the audience questions what lies within. Oh, screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. Highs are thrilling when the numbers soar, but the lows hit hard down to the core. The grind continues day after day in the endless pursuit of the viral sway. Oh, screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. It's about the story we tell in the ScrewTube world where we excel. Honesty and trust, our guiding light as we navigate this digital flight. Oh, ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to the demonetized lows, when you sell your soul in this digital realm, anything goes.
I have had myself muted the whole time, and I've been saying hi to Terry, and I said hello to Roisin at least 3 times. Hello, Roisin. Hello, Roisin. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Zurzu Zyklin. How's everybody doing today? So, you guys may remember, way back when I very first started learning about Suno music, Clay from Conspiracy Music was in a test pilot program where he was given the ability to use Suno music and was being paid for it. And during that period, the songs, they didn't really have words. They were just mumbles that kind of sounded like words to music. But it was close enough to, you know, tinker around with them, you know, figure out how to write songs and whatnot, how to prompt the music at least. And it turns out there was a day that Clay from Conspiracy Music, and I was on with somebody else. I'm not exactly sure who that person was. At the moment, Roisin and Ironton Otter may remember this. We were writing a song. Hello, Willow. We were writing a song for an individual, and Clay had prompted like 5 different songs, and they just weren't coming out with exactly what the person wanted. While Clay was doing that, I was asking the person a series of questions to figure out exactly the feel of the song that the person wanted. And once I had compiled enough questions and answers that the person had, I had used those to write out a song manually. And Clay and I had mentioned to Clay that I was writing it manually. We had played. Once I pumped it in, the song that came out was perfect. And Clay and I had to kind of agree that it's probably better to just go ahead and write your own songs so that you can continue, so that you can get more of a feel for all of the parts of the song that you want, and you just don't get some garbage some robot made for you. Anyway, so I've been hanging out on this little hate server, and one morning I woke up. It was like 2:30 in the morning or something, and I had noticed that there was a person that had been talking all day long, basically, and somebody had told them to go to sleep. It was like 3:18. And the person who had been up all day, by the way, had answered, "I can't. I have to be at Arby's at 8. They have McMuffins. Buy 5, get 1 free. It'll be a madhouse." Now, you guys know me. You can't say McMuffins and Arby's in the same sense without me kind of, making a little bit of fun of you. So shortly after that, I followed that up with, oh, they have McDonald's products at Arby's now? And the person was actually kind of decent. They didn't really immediately freak about what I said. They kind of laughed, and I believe what they said was something about pizza. Trying to find it. And I had mentioned, ha ha ha, funny pizza. Well, maybe they should have McDonald's someday. Or no, tomorrow, you should try the Arby's Taco Bell Grande. I hear it's buy 5, get 1 on Thursdays. And the person was actually pretty decent and said that's a great idea. And I was like, isn't it? Saves time. Just sell all the shit that will clearly kill you under one roof. Hello, God's favorite aunt. Good to see you. Dr. Nimrod. Very good to see you here. Hope you are feeling well. And Surrender Monkey. How are you doing? Yeah, it's a breakfast sandwich, not a McMuffin. But I couldn't help but jab that. And we were going about our way, having good time. And then, of course, one of the haters comes in and, did you see Neckboy's retarded video? He's using this service called AI Penguin. It's the gayest shit. And of course the person asked to see. And immediately I'm like, wait, AI Penguin service? What do you mean AI Penguin service? AI Penguin is my name for my AI music. It's not a service. So of course I cracked back with, I'm guessing someone could use a service called AI Penguin to make something more appealing for you. And there, I'll pass. And I started sharing some songs. And of course I shared songs that were going to bother a certain individual in the hate server. And let's just call her the queen of hate. And immediately she chimed in, still jocking my name, I see, blah, 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 blah. And I pointed out, oddly enough, you guys talk about my stuff so much, yet don't realize it shows my secret fan base. And I posted a few more songs and got some more guff back. And, of course, I'm Upsetty Spaghetti. And, Basically, it went on to Shannon telling me that I was killing the earth by making AI music. She says, killing the earth for his shit-ass AI wild work. Now, immediately I thought, wait a minute. On her channel, there's AI music. They constantly make AI images mocking people online. So I simply replied, your act of killing the environment by making AI music and images is no different than my act of killing the environment by making AI music and art. You are afraid of the electric screwdriver. It became the drill, and without it, we would not be where we are today. Don't be a hypocrite. You use AI music and images as well. I prefer using new technology for entertainment more than killing humans. And of course, you know what I mean by that. I think it's better to use it for our entertainment than have military using it for whatever. You guys in there talking that Irish junk that I can't understand. So a little bit later, it went into discussion about, oh, he just prompts crap in. And then deceives all of his viewers into believing that he's making AI music, that he's writing it. And I was going to write part 5 of the Constitution. I've had quite a major writing block. I'm still kind of in that writing block, but I figure I'm out of it enough to at least write a decent song. But I figure before I do that, I will go ahead and do what was said. Hold on real quick. So I'm going to pull up this AI music software, and we're going to go over to create. And over here in the creation tab, we'll go ahead and we'll continue with the deep flow. I love to use that. Oh, what did I type there? And I capitalized it. I didn't want to capitalize it. Can't see my keyboard. So we'll go, I capitalized it again, Jesus. So we'll go ahead and we'll put deep flow. We'll go with pop rock as I do with this album. This album I like to keep sounding all the same. And we're gonna add nu metal. And for this song, I think I want to add a little bit of a saxophone to it. Oh, whatever. Saxophone. So we'll add a little bit of saxophone for it. Oh man, did you guys see that Super Bowl halftime show over there on Turning Point USA? I wonder if that's what Sirloin's talking about here. The Kid Rock, he did his whole skit and his... So, I mean, I've heard of bad lip sync before, but this was worse than bad lip sync. This was him wandering around with a microphone in his hand, absolutely not singing, but yet music coming out as if he was singing. It was shameful. Anywho, I'm wondering if that's what you were talking about there. So now we have our feel of our music, our style of our music. I don't care what we call it. We'll call it trash because it's probably going to come out trash. And what do we want our song about? We want a song about the 5th Amendment. Yeah, whatever. How did I misspell the? T-H-E? Oops. S-O-M-G. I don't know why I wrote the twice for some reason. There we go, a song about the Fifth Amendment. And then we do as they said. We push create. Now we wait for a little while, it'll kick out 2 songs. I understand there are services that pump out more, but I'm really comfortable with prompting in this service. I've paid for the service, and I've got an assload of credits. I can make as much music as I possibly want. Okay, and we got the first one. Well, the first one I can already tell you is not going to be very good at all.
A song about the fear.
Did I share the audio with this? I forget if I shared the audio. Let's go back and do this again. Make sure I shared the audio. Share screen, audio tab, AI music, share.
Amendment.
But yeah, we can already tell this isn't going to work. Oh, wait, I wanted to prompt. I did that wrong. Sorry about that. I don't want lyrics. I want a simple prompt. That's where I did that wrong. I'm not used to doing a simple prompt. So we'll go with the simple prompt. A song about the Fifth Amendment. There we go. And let's see if that comes out with something a little better. Ghost of the Bacon people. Oh, the Bacon Pope. No, we don't want to hear about the ghost of the Bacon Pope yet. We want the Bacon Pope around as long as we can. Well, it gave us a Plead the Fifth, gave us a good title for it. And we wait, it should kick out a song about 3 minutes long or so. Well, I mean, yeah, that is true. You did happen to die the other day, so I guess you are a ghost now. I haven't mentioned any of that on my channel. You're welcome to if you'd like. I won't push the don't tell us about our ailments button. I'll just leave that be. Okay, so we got our first song finished. Let's see how it sounds.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah. Pulled over on the side of the road. Red and blue in the rear view glow. He said, where you coming from, son? I breathe slow, feel my tongue go numb. Heart beating like it's keeping time. Every word could cross that line, so I bite it back, keep it short and stiff. I like a lawyer here, I plead the fifth. I I got a right to keep my silence when your questions sound like sirens. If talking turns my life to myth, I close my lips and plead the fifth. I'm not your story, not your script. Won't twist my words, won't make me flip when truth can still be used to strip. I hold my tongue and plead the fifth.
I mean, it's not bad, I guess.
Courtroom cold like a walk-in fridge. Judge high up on that wooden bridge. Prosecutor with a sharpened smile. Flipping pages want me on that file. Said, answer now, did you do this thing? Feels like a rope tied around my swing. I know one sentence could snap and shift, so I clear my throat, I plead the fifth. Oh, I got a right to keep my silence when your questions sound like sirens. If talking turns my life to myth, I close my lips and plead the fifth. I'm not your story, not your script. Won't twist my words, won't make me
I
flip.
already
When
noticed a
truth can
problem with
still
this.
be used to strip, I hold my tongue and plead the fifth. It's not about hiding, it's about the weight, about the power in the hands of the state, about the past that taught us this gift, so we could stand even under the fist when every word can be a chain, a cliff. We got this shield, we plead the fifth. I got a right to keep my silence when your questions sound like sirens. If talking turns my life to myth, I close my lips and plead the fifth. I'm not your story, not your script. Won't twist my words, won't make me flip when truth can still be used to strip. I hold my tongue and plead the fifth.
My lord.
A song about the fifth.
Okay, so I don't know. That was okay. It wasn't a bad song. I did notice it said fifth about 500 times, and it also said, talking at least 20 times, and it just didn't really seem to hold the entire Fifth Amendment. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there's 6 parts of the Fifth Amendment, and this robot only latched on to one. The single part of the Fifth Amendment that prevents you from self-incrimination. It ignored the rest of the entire Fifth Amendment. Another thing you'll notice that's different from my typical song structure. My typical song structure is very long paragraph length verses. They're usually 6 to 10 sentences per verse. I try not to repeat a whole bunch of words. I hate repetition in a song. Aside from the chorus, I like to have kind of a rising narrative arch, a bit of a storytelling with somewhat of a rhyme to it. I like to have it have a chronological progression as it goes through time. As I said, most of my songs either have no chorus or maybe 1 or 2 choruses. This is pretty much the theme I consistently use. It didn't match any of that. Now, why is that? Well, typically I want more of the Constitution, or more of the song, more ideas from the song that I am writing. So where do we start? We start with the Fifth Amendment, of course. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment of indictment of a grand jury that gives you access to the grand jury, except in cases arising in land or naval forces or the militia. That separates them. We can't be tried by a military tribunal. When in actual service in time of war or public danger, Nor shall any person be subject to the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. That gives us a twice jeopardy. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against themselves. That's all this one song focused on, was your right to remain silent. Nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without process of law, nor, and that gives us the due process, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So what exactly is an amendment? Now, some people will tell you an amendment amends a part of the Constitution. They wrote it and then they thought, well, maybe we should fix this part or fix that part. When in reality, the Constitution was written out, but there were two dividing sides. One side wanted to give all of the power to the federal government and zero power to the citizens. The other side wanted to have more power to the citizens and less power to the government. And it turns out that they figured it best to write out the Constitution, which gives the structure of the government, in particular the part of the Constitution that directly links to the Fifth Amendment is Article 1, Part 3, that gives the structure of government, and Article 1, Part 10 adds protections for individuals. But it did not add the grand jury. That is what the Fifth Amendment first adds, is a grand jury. It gives you protection from double jeopardy. It gives you protection from self-incrimination. It provides a due process requirement and a taking clause. Now, the taking clause is where you have to be justly compensated for something they removed for you. If it's hard to explain that one. If it's something that they can't necessarily return, let's say they've already destroyed your property, something like that, they have to compensate you for that property. Exactly. It was to protect us from having to just go through these trials and stuff without having any ability to defend ourselves. So on that, I want to try to make 6 verses that break down officially 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of the Constitution. I'm not sure what I'll call the song. For now, we'll just go ahead with the Fifth Amendment. Oh, whatever. Oh, they want a capital there, I bet. What did I do wrong here? Oh, the F-I-F. Well, whatever. We'll run into that a bunch, I imagine. Fifth Amendment. We'll bracket that in. We'll bracket that in. And as I do this, I probably won't be able to read the chat a lot. So we want to start out with an intro. Now, I like to personally leave my intro blank and just go with an instrumental break. There we go. And of course we want a capital B here. And then we insert verse 1. Okay. Now we know they wrote it, so we'll just start off with now, this I'm going with because I know that a lot of the amendments are written in brothels and bars and stuff like that. So I want to kind of get that shadows and hiding from the government that they did. They had to basically hide from the government in order to draft all of this stuff. And that's why they chose brothels and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of going right there. Running in the shadows of the government, they fear. I hate using too many commas, but that works. Oh, whatever, and of course my spelling. Why did I put an M there? They're eating the pets, they're eating the dogs. No, 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 we're trying to make this. My plan is this is going to be a historical album of the entire Constitution. I'm not trying to just make a clown song. I'm trying to make it a little decent, if you know what I mean. Yeah, of course, my spelling sucks. Um, Yeah. But no one would be drugged for power. Without the people. So there's for the gate. There's for the grand jury. A grand jury of neighbors. What are we going to say about the grand jury of neighbors? Deciding whether to stay. Could even speak the first word against you. Oh yeah, my bad spelling. What did I do wrong there? Oh, I wrote could twice. Why do I keep doing that? What is a safeguard against the It was a safeguard from. Dies when accusations become yeah. Oops. Yeah, that's how you spell that, okay. I don't know if I want to go with that. No, not that. We're gonna be not against it. Rest up well. Rest up well. Hopefully hopefully we have you kicking around here a little longer. Yeah, so we'll go with that for one. I don't know if I like it, but we'll see how it goes. Oh. Ooh, don't want to start with they. We're gonna but they knew the accusation wasn't the only danger, because the government repeats itself. How would I word that? What did I just forget? I mean, I know how to damn spell, it just doesn't really look like it here. No. Oh, it's down on the bottom here. Hello, Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity. Oh man, I am sharing the wrong screen. I just noticed you guys are not watching this at all. Let's stop this screen share. Screen share. Now you guys get to see all my spelling typos. Wonderful. Okay, so where was I? So they, I guess, barred the state. Um, till the verdict granted. Bent under exhaustion, not granted, till the verdict, or until. Should that be until or till? Until. Until I spelt it all wrong. Probably put 2 L's where there only needed 1. Until the verdict bent under exhaustion. Oh, you want the button? I'll give you the button. If you're asking for the button, I'll give it to you.
Wait, did he really skip the part where I showed my butt?
There you go. You got the button. Double Jeopardy, Double Jeopardy. Is Jeopardy A-R-D-Y? Yeah, I kind of think so. Against a system that might grind down, that might grind a man down. Wow, I can't spell. Oh yeah, they understood justice. They become harassment. Yeah, I'm sure I spelled that one wrong. Becomes harassment. And that every verdict must mean something or it means nothing at all. Oh, come on. Jury's decision. And dared the government to find a way around. No, another way. Oh, okay. Where did I miss that spelling? Because it'll come out in the song and then... Yeah, that's finality is correct. Finality, the fact of impression of being an inevitable, an irreversible end. Well, man, as bad as I spell, man, you know, never know, never know. Oh, let's see. Where were we? What are we doing? Think I'm going to finalize that verse there. Now, before I get too far, I think I want to pump this through, so we're going to put an instrumental break in here. Okay, and we're going to now move over here where I can share. Stop share screen, AI music, share, pop that up. I actually first want to close this out. I bet that closed it over there too, didn't it? Yes. Suno AI. Share screen. Suno AI. Go ahead and pull that up. Create. This time we want to go custom. And I like to go deep flow. What that does is that gives kind of a flow. Instead of the songs being real rushy, it kind of slows them down a little bit. Pop rock. New metal. What do we want? Saxophone. Saxophone. I'm going to pearl up my persona. What my persona does keep my current style. What the persona does, it makes basically it all sound like it's close to the same artist. And test. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and call it test 5 for now. Let's go ahead and run this and see what we've done so far. I'm not sure if I'm digging it. Welcome back, Roisin. Running our first 2 verses as a test. Holy Jesus, waiting for this is no fun at all. Video file. Now, like I said, I'm not sure if I can write all of this song in today's show. I'll probably have to do a second show. Come on, man, pump it out. I don't know about Spider-Man, but I've seen them in the same room together. Okay, so here we got a little bit of a song here.
They rode in the shadows of the government they feared. The ink was still wetter with the memory of kings and
I've got
soldiers
thin in
at
there.
the door. And every accusation felt like a loaded weapon pointed at the chest of the citizen who had no shield for his voice. So they carved out a promise that no one would be dragged before power without the people as the first gate. A grand jury of neighbors deciding whether the state could speak the first word against you. It was a safeguard against from the scars, a reminder that liberty dies when accusations become convenience. And so they made the opening a barricade against the easy abuse of force.
Not really liking this. And this one's way too long for the short verse that I have.
But they knew the accusation.
Yeah, that's kind of crap. Now, the part that I kind of find funny is when I wrote it, instead of writing within, I only wrote then. So it says they wrote in thin the shadows. So we'll definitely be making this, fixing that.
They rode in thin the shadows of the government they feared. The ink was still wet with the memory of kings and soldiers at the door.
Yeah, this.
And every accusation felt like a loaded weapon pointed at the chest of the citizen who had no shield for his voice. So they carved out a promise that no one would be dragged before power.
Yeah, no, this sucks.
As a first gate, a grand jury of neighbors deciding whether the state could speak the first word against you. It was a safeguard against from scars, a reminder that liberty dies when accusations become convenient. And so they made the opening a barricade against the.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop that before it gets too far. That really sucked. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, that was really bad. That was horrid. Let's open up a second one of these real quick. Yeah, because I'm just going to put this one aside for now. I'm not digging that. Yeah, that was garbage. I'm going to throw all of that away, I think. Yeah, we're gonna toss all of that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run, since I'm going to have to start fresh here. I'm going to run and have a smoke real quick. We're going to play Yes Men.
In a room full of nods and grins, voices are silent, but the echo begins. Agreeing to everything, never questioning a thing. They follow the leader to whatever it brings. Yes, man, they're in. Got to hit that number one again. Never standing up, always going with the flow. They say yes, afraid to say no. In the shadow of truth, their true colors show. Blind to the faults, they just nod and smile. Afraid of the pushback, they stay in control. In a world of appeasement, they lose their way, following blindly night and day. Yes, man, they're in. Got to hit that number one again. Never standing up, always going with the flow. They say yes, afraid to say no. In the shadow of truth, their true colors show. Echoes in the hallway, whispers in the dark. They hide their true feelings, never leaving a mark. In a sea of consensus, individuality is drowned. In the silent agreement, no dissent is found. Behind the facade, there's a struggle to be free, but the chains of compliance are too tight to see. They fear the conflict, willful ignorance is their sin, so they shelter in silence till someone strong steps in. Yes, man, they're in. Got to hit that number one again. Never standing up, always going with the flow. They say yes, afraid to say no. In the shadow of truth, their true colors show. But there's strength in the voice that dares to say no, to stand up for truth, to let their courage show. In breaking the silence, we find our own way. No more yes men, let the truth have its day. Yes men, they're in. Got to hit that number one again. Never standing up, always going with the flow. They say yes, afraid to say no. In the shadow of truth, their true colors show. So let's rise above the whispers and lies. Find our voice, let it reach the skies. No more shadows, let the truth shine bright. In a world of yes men, we will be the light. Yes men, they're in. Got to hit that number one again. Never standing up, always going with the flow. They say yes, afraid to say no. In the shadow of truth, their true colors show.
I guess the music had already stopped. I had to also use the restroom. Okay, so I'm going to slide my mic up out of the way for a second so I can see my keyboard and whatnot. Without warning, though. Bruise that never healed. Yeah, I know I fucked that up as soon as I wrote it. Um. Wow, that's horrible. Deciding whether the story even begins. Oh, promise spelled wrong. My gum refuses to fade. Lightning striking. Oh my god. Why did I add an I at the beginning of that? They, not there. Yeah. Um. How the hell do you spell rhythm? Oh, I was adding an E. Okay, whatever. A pulse that keeps the state from looping the same accusations. There you go. I spelt it wrong this time, just for you there. Oh boy. Why did I want to put B on there? Okay, so let's go ahead and pump this through and see how this starts sounding. I got no lyric at the moment, okay. Oh, I need to capitalize that I. Well, let's read through it and make sure I didn't mess up anything. Look, like. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking this one either. Let's see how this one works out, and I may run a second part tomorrow redoing this whole thing. Okay, let's see what we get. I mean, I could probably sit here another 2 or 3 hours writing the song until I get it right, but I'm not sure if you guys want to hang out for all that, so we might end up doing the rest of this tomorrow. Just waiting for it to kick out this second version of the song. There's a couple of things that I don't like in it already, but we'll see how it comes out. Guess we got one 423.
carved these words in the quiet after the chaos.
Nah.
When the memory of kids still pressed like a thumbprint on every accusation, and the fear of being dragged into judgment without warning felt like a burst never healed. So they built a barrier for the voice, a grand jury standing like a wall between a lone citizen and the machinery of the
Yeah, not
state.
digging that
A
at all.
reminder that power must knock before it. They carve these words in the quiet after the chaos, when the memory of kings still pressed like a thumbprint on every accusation. And the fear of being dragged into judgment without warning felt like a burst never healed. So they built a barrier for the voice, a grand jury standing like a wall between the lone citizen and the machinery of the state. A reminder that power must knock before it enters, and there's something almost musical in that
Let's try that again. I wonder if I can make that saxophone a little more choppy. I am going to try that. I don't know if it'll work. Maybe see if we can get a little choppier sax, more rock feeling instead of jazzy. Yeah.
They carved these words in the quiet after the chaos, when the memory of kings still pressed like a thumbprint on every accusation. And the fear of being dragged into judgment without warning felt like a wound that never healed. So they built a barrier standing like a wall between. They carved these words in the quiet after the chaos, when the memory of kings still pressed like a thumbprint on every accusation, and the fear of being dragged into judgment without warning felt like a wound that never healed. So they built a barrier for the voice, a grand jury standing like a wall between the lone citizen and the machinery of the state. A reminder that power must knock before it enters, and there's something almost musical in that restraint, like a low hum under the floorboards, a promise that no one gets swallowed whole without the people themselves deciding whether the story even begins. But storms repeat, and they knew governments can circle back like thunder that refuses to fade, lightning striking the same ground until the earth gives way. So they barred the state from trying a person twice, locking the door behind the verdict so the system couldn't grind someone down through repetition and exhaustion. It's a rhythm of finality, a beat that says enough, a pulse that keeps the state from looping the same accusations until the truth collapses under pressure. In that row, you can hear the echoes of the drum that refuses to be played but once. They carved his words in the quiet after the chaos, when the memory of kings still pressed like a thumbprint on every accusation.
Bah,
And the
man,
fear
that's
of being
garbage.
dragged
Okay.
into judgment.
Okay, that's trash. That's trash. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pull down this stream here, and tomorrow, well, tomorrow we'll just go ahead and let's pull this up. We'll start with a fresh start. I don't like any of that. You see what I mean by writer block? Anyway, so, as always, you guys are awesome. Remember, you don't have to be wise. Just don't submit to stupid. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
It's a tough game we play on this platform you crave, chasing clicks and likes in the digital wave. With each upload, our stories unfold in a world where the truth is often sold.
Oh, screw to the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes.
Friendships tested, in the quest for fame. Content creators, most have no shame. With every collab there's trust at stake, but in this world some friendships break. Ooh, anything goes. ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. Tales of truth, some of deceit. Chasing trends in a race we repeat. The pressure mounts as views decline. In the search for truth, where do we draw the line? ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital anything goes. Yeah, fabricating evidence just for the views. A double-edged sword in the news we choose. The line between real and fake is thin as the audience questions what lies within. Oh, ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. The highs are thrilling when the numbers soar, but the lows hit hard down to the core. The grind continues day after day in the endless pursuit of the viral sway. Oh, ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to simpleton trolls, in this digital realm, anything goes. It's about the story we tell in the ScrewTube world where we excel. Honesty and trust, our guiding light as we navigate this digital flight. Oh, ScrewTube, the land of the brave, where the algorithms rule and views we crave. From viral highs to the demonetized lows, when you sell your soul in this digital realm,